Go. Stop. What's up, YouTube? Ross here from the Back Pain Coach, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the benefits and maybe the downside of strength training and your rehab, and why maybe it hasn't worked for you so far, and the things that you can change in order to make it work for you so you can get better results by doing less. Now, the previous narrative around strength training was always about if you strengthen your core, you're going to stabilize the muscles around the back, therefore helping you recover with back pain. Now, that argument is flawed in the fact that super strong bodybuilders with ridiculously strong cores get back pain. And then let's say the elderly who have never lifted a weight in their life, never been to the gym, never exercised, maybe never get back pain. So that argument is certainly flawed, that the stronger your core, the less chance that you're going to get back pain. We just don't believe that anymore. The evidence doesn't suggest that anymore. So why are we given strengthening exercises, stretching exercises in order to recover from back pain? Does it even help you recover from back pain? Well, the argument's pretty nuanced there. Like, yes, it could be certainly supportive within a back pain recovery, but is it the magic bullet, the golden egg that's going to get you the results that you need? Well, we don't really believe that anymore. It's certainly healthy to be doing some resistance training, some extra movement, getting your step count up each day, but not for the reasons that it's been described. So it's not to give you more flexibility and mobility, because again, I've worked with ballet dancers who suffer with long-term chronic back pain. The most flexible people you can think of still suffer with back pain. So does getting more flexibility help you avoid back pain? The argument is a little bit more complex than that. Sure, mobility training can help, but why does it help? Is it the extra mobility that you're getting, or is it something else? And that's what I want to just break down and describe to you in this video. I'm here for you because, yes, I am exercise biased. For all of my clients working online, helping people with back pain, we aren't doing massage. We're not doing back cracks. We're not doing acupuncture, like medicine, surgery. We're avoiding all of those passive approaches to solving back pain, and we're more of an active approach. What can you change to manage your back pain, to improve your back pain without relying on people like me to get you out of the hole? And strength training, resistance training, and exercise is a great way to do that, but not for the reasons that have been sold to you. You may have been given exercises from a healthcare professional, you know, rotation exercises, maybe some strengthening work like squats and some picking objects up off the floor. Now, when you expose yourself to those loads, that's really good. Your body gets better at being able to deal with them. If you keep lifting stuff off the floor, your body adapts so you can lift heavier stuff off the floor, or you might be able to lift stuff even lower than the floor. So you're improving your mobility and your strength. Yes. However, it isn't you getting stronger that's reducing your back pain. And this is where this mind-body connection can come in really handy. We don't believe that getting stronger is doing much at all. And in fact, the studies and the research is showing that more and more, that strength training, resistance training isn't better for your back pain than any other treatment or modality. But what it is doing is it's one, making you healthier. It's great to be strong, have lean muscle mass up through the ages. So the more decades you live, the older you live, the more muscle mass you attain is a great marker for a strong, independent, fuller, longer life. So we should all be doing strength training regardless of if you got back pain or not. Now, what I believe, taken from the recent modern pain science and evidence, is that when we're doing strength training, let's say you're joining a gym and you're doing strength training, you're actually working on your confidence in your ability to fulfill a challenging task. So if we're lifting something very light off the floor, it's likely, unless your pain's really sensitive, that you could lift a sock up off the floor And there's no thoughts and fears and dangers about how your posture should be, how to pick it up. And if there is, we need to work at that kind of level to make sure we're relaxed, calm, and confident in your ability to pick a sock up off the floor. Now, once you can pick a sock up off the floor without your brain flipping out and going into fight or flight mode and getting super stiff and tense and fearful of everything, where do we take that to the next level? Could it be a 2 kilo dumbbell, for example? And then you lift that until your brain could be calm. You can have a calm conversation. You're not fearful of triggering back pain. That is what we're working on when we're giving you exercises. So if you've been given a rehab plan in the past and you've gone into it, maybe not being shown everything, there's still some doubts whether or not it's the right thing for you. There's fear that it might trigger back pain because it's a movement that has done in the past. If you're going into that with fear, you are more likely to be doubting your ability to fulfill, which then has a physical response. We release stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which then makes us tense up because you're in fight or flight mode, you're ready to go. And then that tension causes more stress on your nervous system, which then causes more chronic pain and inflammation. So that is what we're working on. Can we reduce the fight or flight response to a certain movement? So we have to expose you enough to something that's a little bit nerve-wracking, a little bit challenging, maybe physically, but also mentally, and then repeat time after time until you're so confident that you can walk up to it nice and relaxed, full confidence in your ability to do that, and then pick that thing up off the floor. Let's call it a deadlift in the gym at light loads. Then where do you take it? We take it to another level where it's challenging you physically enough to maybe put your head into a slight nerves, slight spin, slight doubt, but enough for us to then practice taking a deep breath, reminding ourselves that we're strong, we're capable, we're not fragile, and that you can perform that lift well. And then the game just continues into a strength and conditioning cycle where we're exposing you to loads that make you a little bit nervous. So it's challenging you mentally and physically. And then when you can repeat that consistently over a matter of weeks, months, years, you're moving away from the things that used to make you fearful and worried and avoiding like the plague because you're the guy with the bad back. And then if you've repeated that, let's say you're lifting 100 kilos off the floor in a deadlift now, or you're squatting 60, 70, 80 plus kilos. When we're doing everyday tasks like standing up out of a chair, getting up off the toilet, getting out of bed, putting your socks on, playing with your kids on the floor, because you've done that in a controlled manner in the gym and gradually built up your numbers and your lows and your intensities, your subconscious brain and your nervous system no longer fears those activities. So you're no longer tensing, you're no longer releasing these stress hormones that are designed to protect you. And thus you are more likely to reduce the chances of having a back pain flare up or having a setback. Now, that is why we have to do your exercises. So if you've been given rehab programs before and you've done them, but they haven't worked, I want you to think about that little nuance, filling that gap. Were you fearful doing them? Were you reluctant to do them because you didn't feel like they were doing anything anyway and they weren't challenging enough? Were they always like drilling in that your posture must be perfect? And so you were having like worries whether you're doing it right. All of these things matter because you might have fulfilled the exercises for the reps and the sets that were given to you, but were you able to go from a high alert state doing it to being calm, confident in your ability to fulfill that task? Because if you weren't, that could be the reason why your rehab hasn't worked in the past. So we've got to find a level that you can achieve. It's challenging, it can't be too easy. It's challenging enough to adapt your body, but most importantly, adapts your mindset and your approach to doing certain activities that previously might have built up some fear, doubt, and anxiety, and actually going in with a calm, controlled head so you can fulfill the task, relaxed. And then when you've done that for a certain amount of time and that then becomes easy, we take it up to the next level. That's the secret to rehab. It isn't getting stronger. It isn't getting more mobile. It's getting more calm and relaxed and confident in your ability whilst increasing loads and stresses and intensities over a long period of time. I hope that helps you.